one, there's so many things here, but the referee should have stopped that fight. Number one. Number two, the main event, the corner should have stopped that fight. I don't care what the fighter says. The guy basically lost his teeth and was not looking like he was, looking to going back out there. But as a fighter, you're not going to say, hey, I want to quit. So you're almost like looking for the corner to do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But the corner's like, okay, get back out there.
Like, give her a good college try, you know?
But man, he was so damaged. There was no way he could have won that fight. So it was heartbreaking to see that dude just get beat up for another, like, basically a
Few
round and a
minutes.
half,
Okay,
another
so
round and a half of where, man, it was bad. To the Bay Regis, I hope you're
I,
good, brother. Thank you for coming on here, man.
I saw a highlight on Reddit. It's like, it's not an exaggeration. He literally said, "My teeth are falling out," in the middle of like what, the fourth and fifth.
Yeah, between
Oh,
the
that's
fourth and the
brutal.
fifth round.
Like
No, there's
I
a part
watched
in
the
the
fight after.
video. There's a part in
Yeah.
the video where you're watching the fight, and he's got his hand extended, and he's trying to give the referee something. And I'm thinking, is he giving the referee his mouthpiece? And the referee grabs it, and then the fight goes on. It's like, what the hell did he grab? Was it his mouthpiece? No, man, it was just one of his teeth. He handed the referee one of his teeth during the
Oh,
fight,
Anthony
and the
Smith,
referee and the,
no.
and the referee takes it and puts it in his pocket. It's crazy, man. It
The
was
reality
crazy.
is a sport, but like I can only
Yeah,
imagine like it's a dead room in there. There's no audience, right? That's what I was gonna understand. So all you hear is like the impacts of people hitting each other.
it was. Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic. It's really weird. I'm not sure if I think I would appreciate if there was a crowd, but I
Yeah,
don't
I kind
think
of.
that's not happening anytime soon, man.
No, no, no.
Not at all. You know what I mean? I really don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But good
I was gonna
fights,
say,
man. Some really good
yeah.
fights.
The second thing I noticed from that event was what? There was a straight ankle lock finish, wasn't there?
I didn't get a chance to see the first few like
Oh, fair enough,
matches
fair enough.
because I was
Yeah.
teaching. I was teaching a Zoom class. So I only
Mhm.
caught like the end of the preliminaries and then all of the main card fights.
Mhm.
So yeah, man. The the Drew Dober Hernandez fight was
Yeah.
crazy.
That looked like a
Man,
sloppy
or
knocker.
I think Orlovsky needs to retire, man.
What,
He play, it's just he just plays a very very safe game now because he's been knocked out a bunch of times, and it's just boring. He's in his last, what were they saying? It's like in his last eight fights or something like that. Seven of them have gone the distance.
and has he won? It's been a while since
He's
I've been
won
following him.
some, he's lost some. He won last night, but man, what a boring fight.
Who's he fighting? Who is this right now? Right.
It's a Brazilian guy, not a big name at this point.
Hmm. Okay, so it's like they kind of they're giving him veteran status. It seems like that. Like obviously got star power. He's been around forever, right?
I know, but I
Oh,
just
I
don't
see.
see
I see.
him beating. I just don't see him beating like the top 10
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had a good. What was that? He had a decent resurgence back in the UFC. I remember
Yeah,
he knocked out like
no,
it was
he
like a
did
five
good,
five.
man.
Yeah, yeah. And just no, it's sad to see veterans kind of.
He's had a roller coaster kind of career,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But I'm really frustrated with MMA these days. Maybe
I
not
saw.
so much, not so much in last night's card because you got to see a lot of groundwork,
Mhm,
a lot of
mhm,
wrestling, and a lot of groundwork, a lot of takedowns, which was
mhm,
great. Like if I want to watch an MMA fight, I want to see the matches go everywhere. You know, I want to see boxing, kickboxing, throws, wrestling, cage work, submission attempts, groundwork. I want to see it all, right?
mhm, mhm.
And when you have these guys who just stand up and do really, I don't want to be mean, but it's not like it's just mid-level kickboxing. That's what it looks like to.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like to me. It's not the highest level kickboxing,
if I want to see that, I'll just watch Glory.
but it's not
I'll
their
watch
fault.
Rocky Road.
Remember, it's
Yeah,
not their
yeah.
fault. Remember, they have to focus on so many areas.
Mhm,
It's hard to be like them incredible in each and every area. I'm just tired of literally watching guys box for 3 rounds and like not make one clinch attempt or a takedown attempt or something to change the fight up. Like, I think if you change things up all the time, you have more chances to finish the fight. That's my opinion.
Right, right.
You know, I think if you mix things up between ranges and distances, and things will open up a lot more instead of just looking for that knockout shot. Like, it's horrible. It's not as a, I mean, maybe for the casual fan it's great because they just people see people punching each other in the head for that, for 3 rounds or 5 rounds. But as a true fan of the sport, I want to see MMA. I want to see the whole spectrum, the whole rainbow. So, and it does,
Who's a
and you
good
can
modern
and you can
example of that,
see,
in your
like, yeah,
opinion?
but you can see some, like, some of the guys last night when they were mixing it up, they had like more opportunities to they were either landing shots coming off of the clinch or setting up
Right.
takedowns off of some good strikes. Like,
Mhm.
it opens up so much more if you try to be a little bit more versatile with your combos, with your combinations, and mixing things up, right?
Mhm.
I don't see enough of it, and it's getting old.
Yeah, I
That's
feel you.
that's just
I feel
how
you
I
on
see
that.
it.
He's not exactly a good modern example, but I remember just in terms of creating more openings, like even in those transitions, a really good example was Dan Henderson versus Shogun 2. Like after the legendary first fight, like the knockout in the second fight, he breaks off the clinch, and like as he breaks off the clinch, he lands the H bomb, and Shogun just crumples.
Yeah,
So it's like I'd love to see more of that myself. I'd love to see more of that myself as well.
yeah.
But
How's it going, Justin? Good to
I
have you
uh
on. Good to have you on here.
I saw
Appreciate
the
all you
highlight.
guys coming in. Yep.
I saw the highlight. What's it called? Michael Johnson. He got the straight ankle. Like no, not sorry, not Michael. He didn't get the straight ankle. The guy
Oh,
straight
they had
ankle
it.
locked him.
Yeah, but man, I felt bad for Michael Johnson.
I
Only because, man, his first round he was just doing amazing. He was lighting this guy up. You know what I mean?
just a full
Come on.
kickboxing, full boxing match. Just like absolutely.
Just overall control of the fight and the footwork. He just never was. He wasn't letting the guy do anything. Footwork, punching, combination, speed, everything was just money, money, money. But then the other guy comes out in the second round. I was like, forget this, man. He just shot in, got a hold of his leg. He actually sat back with like
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like a single X attempt, and then he weaved the leg through, rotated. The guy tried to spin the wrong way, and he just got his knee torqued pretty bad. How's
Given
it
your
going,
experience,
Chris? What's going on, buddy?
when you see mistakes like that, like what goes through your mind?
What do you
If like
mean?
I'm not going. I'm not here to disparage on professionals. Like it's obvious they were
No,
doing
listen.
something really hard, but like look, it was a
It's
straight
not
ankle
even.
lock. Yeah, no, it
No,
was just a straight ankle
it
lock.
was more
It
than
seemed
just a
like
straight
X.
ankle lock, man. It was. He had basically the reap leg through into the 411 or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
and he just had a good hold and just started torquing towards where you get your knee reaped in a way,
Mhm.
and then he was tied up, tangled up, and got caught. But this is where I was thinking, like, I was like, see what I'm saying about, like, the other day we are talking about, changing the dynamics of the fight. Like, if something's not working, okay, let's try something else, right? He didn't go back out. Moises, I believe his name is. He didn't go back out and try to do the same thing as the first round. Clearly, the first round wasn't going his way, right? So he's like, forget this, change your plan. And I want to see that. And like, this brings me back to the Gagey Ferguson fight. Man,
Right,
you're
right.
getting lit up for 2.5 rounds. Clearly, that strategy of standing up with the guy wasn't working, but he didn't change anything. He just kept doing the same thing, and we all know what happened in that fight. So,
Yeah, yeah.
it,
Dramatic finish to
plus,
say the least.
not only that, like that guy is really good. The Brazilian guy Moises, he's good, man. He's a good fighter. He's a decent fighter.
I'm I'm putting on my casual fan hat here for a second, and so I don't see a Wikipedia page here. I have no clue who he is. Michael Johnson, he has a name tag. He should have done better. But no, if I'm being serious, it's like no,
Well, I think
I don't know,
at
it's
this
just
point,
frustrating. It's
listen,
frustrating with Michael Johnson.
at this point, anybody that comes into UFC has got to have a decent record. has got to have some decent fights or some decent wins on their resume. You know, like it's rare that you get a pud in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
rare. You know what I mean?
It hurts so bad as a fan when like you see Michael Johnson in the sense that like I'm a fan of him, man. I'm actually like he's got fast hands, he's got slick style when he KOs people. It's awesome to see. It's unreal.
He did it.
But
He
then
was
like
doing it. This first round was really good. Like he was looking
this,
really sharp. But
this is what I'm saying. It's like first round's great, second round it all just fell apart. What happened, man? No, but I
the
digress.
other guy changed his strategies. Like forget
Exactly. No,
this, man.
it's like no, crunch the other guys. So yeah.
No.